Hey, you're listening to episode 10 of Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker. This is the last episode with sound issues. After episode 11, we each have our own microphones. I want to thank some of our listeners for contributions lately. I just got some money from Brendan Alata in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Gave us $20 to Nerd Poker. We got some skeleton mugs sent to our P.O. box, and I want to thank the guy that sent them, but can't find the slip. We have the mugs. They're super kick-ass, but we do not have the packing slip that said the gentleman's name who sent them. But I appreciate him. Send us a message on Facebook, and we'll say your name here. Patreon followers, we've got episodes with Sark and Sarah. Second one is coming out this week. You can check that out. Thanks for following us, and thanks for listening. I'm going to be on the road this week. I'll be in Salt Lake City and at IDIOT, Idiot, or whatever, up in Northern California at Shoreline Amphitheater. Looking forward to that. Thanks for listening, guys. Enjoy. Bye. Hey, it's Brian Posehn. I used to have a podcast where I played Dungeons & Dragons with a bunch of my friends. I missed it, so I decided to make a new one. It's called Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker. It's myself, a couple of my buddies, Blaine Patch, Dan Telfer, Ken Daly, an occasional guest or two, and we're going to be playing in a new setting, my dining room. Each week you'll hear my wife, my son, my dogs, and we're going to be playing in a place that I love and playing the game that I've loved half my life, Dungeons & Dragons. We've got 5th edition, and we're ready. So are you ready? Here's Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker. Hey, everybody. It's Brian Posehn. You're listening to Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker. Episode 10.
972.
We did 972
Yep,
already?
and we still haven't launched.
Yep.
Although we have, if you're listening to this.
Yeah.
It's like time travel.
What you're going to notice sometimes, too, is when we do 2 of these, you'll be able to tell. This will be a little looser on the second
gigglier.
one. Yeah. Because the whiskey in front of us is
It's the whiskey, that's all it is.
Full of pizza and whiskey.
That was good pizza.
Remember, how old was the Arby's? 3 months ago, did it? Or 3 years ago? That
Did we set it on fire?
Yeah, the one that...
Burned it to the ground?
Yeah. We kept all the roast beef in an old refrigerator. It's unplugged. We leave it in an unplugged refrigerator, but it's out. It's out under a tree.
One time before we taped an episode, I went there and asked them to make me like an all veggie sandwich, and it was like the wettest, most horrible sandwich I've ever had in my life.
Threw hot nacho cheese on you.
Well, they had like
bother slicing
peppers and onions. And
they could just scoop it with an ice cream scooper.
Ugh. It's like the McDonald's pink slime, except they just keep it in slime form. And
exactly. Big solid thing.
I like it.
And I eat it all the time.
I had to not get it on the way there.
Blaine brought some last time we recorded.
It was generous.
Force myself because I love it.
Pretty good. The Simpsons is wrong. I think it's delicious.
Does the Simpsons say Arby's is bad?
They've been doing Arby's jokes forever.
It's just fun to make fun of Arby's.
Yeah, they're a big cowboy.
That's what we love.
Wow, that was great. And then you go like a week and a half later. You go, hey, you know what? Arby's was great. I got to go to Arby's again. You go, that was a big mistake.
I gotta go and get meat.
Well, this episode is brought to you by Arby's. Last episode was brought to you by Pixar. We're getting some good.
We're real proud of
rollers.
Arby's. It only makes you pee blood sometimes.
Hey, pass the horsey sauce.
Makes your poop smell great.
We're
So there's something really wrong with you.
That's a good idea, though.
Terrific.
Arby's should make a sandwich that's got like lavender and rose petals in it, and you make your shit come out smelling like a fucking potpourri basket.
Did you try the unicorn, the Arby's unicorn? Not so good.
Yeah, it's a horsey sauce with a warm.
What they do is
it's actually a narwhal.
It's the meat of a barista that made the unicorn frappes at Starbucks.
Oh, good barista meat.
Did you see Katy Perry throwing up the unicorn?
No.
Yeah. I've been jerking off to it for like 4 days.
What the hell?
Oh,
She threw
one
up.
girl,
She
one
tried
cup.
the unicorn and then went there and spit it out.
Oh.
And then you jerked off?
Well, she was
Not
naked
really.
when she did it.
Sure.
It's important to
I'm going
know.
to start jerking off to that.
And he was just jerking off to whatever was in Entertainment Weekly. And it just happened to land on the Katy Perry page.
Yeah, it's a really
That's the only way that's my porn is
Billy Crystal got it started.
Yeah. Oh, at least I'm just glad I didn't wind up on a Michelin ad.
My porn is Entertainment Weekly.
At all time.
And I use Neighbor to Neighbor, which is just that book that shows like guys that'll like build your fence.
or jerk you off.
Yeah.
Neighbor to Neighbor.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a magazine about Jim Neighbor's macadamia farm.
You guys.
So we're currently, no, I was
Yeah,
going
they
to
never
say,
show they never show
uh,
plug our
Captain Marvel
Patreon.
changing back
Yeah.
to Jim Neighbors.
If you're enjoying this free feed, you'll love our Patreon. Patreon.com/nerdpoker.
By now, if you're a Patreon subscriber, we have already released some extra content. We haven't even recorded extra content, but the people that are subscribing will get some bonus stuff in
They've thoroughly enjoyed
the
by
month
this
of
point.
May. This probably isn't even May when you're listening. Wow, you're in the future. So weird.
Yeah. And then what is one of our goals is every
Sorry
time.
about using all the water.
I love how mind-blowing the concept of pre-recording something is to us, and it's been around for only...
Well,
Yeah, no,
it's
800
especially
years.
funny that we've recorded 10 episodes and not
We
released.
never did this on the old Nerd Poker.
Yeah, the old Nerd Poker was like, oh, fuck, we're all going to be out of town for a month. Let's go record.
We were recording them like right before you listened to them, like Matt and Trey.
We were pulling a South Park, yeah. Like, poor Sam would be like done recording our episode. We'd all be going home, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm gotta sit here and engineer this episode and release it at 3 a.m.
Gotta take out all the shit Blaine said about that guy.
No. God damn it!
Hey, Sam, help us.
Oh, help, Sam, help! Oh God!
Saying.
We should release a bonus episode for the Patreon subscribers. That's just you saying that name for an hour,
You know, if you say it 3 times fast, he appears in your bathroom mirror.
Oh, God.
strangling you from behind
He
them.
wants you to sign one of his flyers for the Sacramento Punchline.
Oh, my God.
Excuse me.
All right.
Sorry, I just had to go shit in the sink.
Yeah, Al Bundy's upstairs doing a bit.
Oh,
My family's asleep, but you'll hear house noises this episode.
Yeah.
And,
His house ate at Arby's.
and maybe Mavis. Mavis is pretty out right now, but she might entertain us. With
she got
Paranormal
high as
investigation.
fuck.
She'll do
I forget if I mentioned this in one of our first episodes, but our new art is by Aaron English, an awesome dude from the Great White North, who is a big fan of the show.
What a beauty way to go.
Take off.
Yeah, I love that he did the 5.0 cover, or the 5th edition cover, sorry.
You guys, you know where you are right now, right?
You're in the jungle, baby.
We're sleeping.
People are sleeping at their desk while they're listening to this. All
right, sorry.
In my living room. I mean, in the... Where my
Yeah.
wife is.
Brian's child is sleeping. And if you're sleeping at your desk, I just want you to know your coworkers are going to come in your ear while you're asleep.
Also, when you sleep, spiders drink from the corners of your eyes.
Ew.
Did you know that? That's a fact, Jack.
It's a truth.
Did you ever see Cat's Eye? You know how the cat will sleep or take your breath,
Sucks the
suck
breath,
your
yeah.
breath. But then you've had cats, right? They do shit that's like really close
Yeah,
to that,
they
like
sit
where your
and
cat is
stare
like
at you,
kneading on
yeah.
your chest, and you wake up
They're
and you've
fucking
seen
weirdos.
Cat's Eye, and you think your cat is really trying to do that.
Yeah, they have
And
that
he's like-
nictating eyelid. It's kind of halfway down.
I was reading an article about how cats have a really strange brain since they've been domesticated
Also.
because they're smart, but they've also got to cope with all these leftover instincts that dogs have kind of adapted better. Like
Guys, that's the show.
like dogs have found a purpose. But dogs have found a purpose through evolution as like hunters and like, you know, lackeys for humans. But cats, because they're independent but domesticated, their brains are wired really weird. So the way people think
Clearly.
they see ghosts and the way they think like cucumbers or snakes, like all that stuff, is because their brains are just like a mass of messed up nerves. Like they can't identify. Like they have real heart attacks and die from that cucumber thing sometimes.
What?
Yeah, cats have died because people.
Yeah, but I've seen them die.
Quit filming your cats.
Is that why they'll sit in the tape box?
You dicks.
Yeah, they hate it.
You just put tape on the floor in a square and they'll sit in the middle of it.
Yeah. It's because their brains are a mess of
And
wiring.
if you put a bag on the floor, they'll get right inside. They love bags and boxes.
Their brain.
You should work at a Ralph's.
They have a normal intelligent animal brain, but it's just constantly glitching.
Yes. Yes. It's very glitchy because it doesn't want to be domesticated, but it is.
We shouldn't keep cats.
Nah, they're cute. You know, the thing I did read is dogs prefer to dogs like it when they get rewarded for stuff, but cats choose to spend their free time and like to be rewarded by people. That's what I read, which is nice.
What do you mean, like to be rewarded by
That
people?
their pleasure centers are more activated and they're more attentive and emotionally responsive when they're near people. They want to be near people more
Sure.
than dogs do, even though dogs are friendlier.
Interesting. Oh yeah, my cat clearly wants to be around me all the time, and I hate it because it climbs on me and scratches me by accident all the time. I have, if you look at my Instagram a couple months ago, I have a 5, 6, 7 inch gash in my thigh from my fucking cat. 3 o'clock in the morning, jumped on.
Cut his feet off.
Oh, that's
Real
that's
easy
what I should do.
solution. Stupid.
And then what you do is you give him peg legs made out of like stuffed animal legs. So he's still got like animal feet, but they don't hurt you.
Get him 2 of those little carts. Put a cart on the front legs and a cart on the back legs, and then push him around.
And you know what you do? Is you get them things you put on turkey legs
Yeah.
when you're doing like a turkey.
Are you Billy Crystal and the Christopher Guest on SNL in the bad season?
Speaking,
one of them.
I've tried to segue out of this like 3 times.
Oh, Segway. Remember Segways?
We've been playing.
Remember when the creator of Segways drove off a cliff?
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Classic.
We haven't been dicking around that much on these
Classic
other
dubbed up.
episodes.
That's
We've
true,
been pretty
that's true.
serious, so we're getting some dicking in.
about time to let loose.
Yeah.
All right.
Blame the woody whiskey.
It's really good whiskey.
Yeah.
It is really tasty.
Okay, so yeah.
Caramel finish.
Yeah.
Speaking of cutting the limbs off of animals, you encountered this guy,
Moonrock Needle.
Jesus.
your buddy Woody, and yeah, he's kind of wedged into
Take
a
picture
suit.
of him for our Facebook and our. So we mentioned Patreon and we mentioned we do all that business. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put this on the Patreon. How's that?
Yeah. Well, we'll have it up on our
$75
Facebook too.
just look at that guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys have encountered this fella, and you just doused him in oil.
You burned him.
You didn't burn him yet. You burned him a
ran
little
away.
bit, but you haven't really seen evidence that he got burned.
No, that's too bad.
And
Maybe we
you've
got
taken a
burned.
couple of swings at him, and now he's in front of you, and he's about to do something.
Yeah, we gotta do some get some oil on him.
Yeah.
You did. When he came down the stairs, you successfally splashed him
It's
in
wood,
the face
right?
with oil.
Or,
His little suit looks like painted
so we just
wood.
haven't lit him up yet.
okay.
His nickname's Woody.
We fucked up everything we tried to do though. So
I know
Oh,
that.
'cause
Yeah,
I
let's
thought-
make it stick.
Because you threw the oil on him and I lit him up, right?
that was the first time.
And
We had the
now,
door, but now he has oil on him.
Woody.
And we're trying to light him, but we're
We haven't lit him up. It was your
failing.
turn next.
We're failing at it.
And then I botched.
Oh yeah.
And I can't use my
It all worked out.
Woody, as on the downswing of your sword, Twee, Woody grabs you by the neck
Oh dear.
with his big wooden fist, and he slams you up against the wall for 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Damn.
You guys notice he doesn't have elbows, but he has really long arms. Really long arms.
Does he have knees?
Huh?
Does he have
These
knees?
nuts? What? There's no knees.
For a decal.
No knees.
Well, he's inside that thing.
Yeah.
Where
His
is
head
he?
right there on the top, and his
Yeah.
tentacles are drooping down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's up?
And he's still holding me, and I'm still up against the wall.
Yes, and Brian is up.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the greatsword to try to delimb him.
All right.
I'm gonna either go for you can't do called shots, but and the idea is, or can you in
You can do called
5th
shot.
edition?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to take a leg out from under him.
Go for it.
Maybe 2 if I can.
Yeah, take a swing. See, great sword.
Because he has wooden legs. Right?
Yeah, and you get +2
Is he on
damage
wooden
with
legs?
it.
What is he
Yeah,
on?
it's got wooden legs.
That's right. Okay.
They're real wobbly legs that he kind of has to.
They're
He kind of has to lean side to side to walk.
So 9 + 2, right? On
Yeah,
that?
it's 11. You get a big old chunk out of one of the legs, but then your sword sticks in it a little bit.
Okay.
You got to kind of yank it out.
I don't know what I'm gonna do next time.
Ken,
I'm going to cast a ray of sickness at him.
a ray of sickness.
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
What do I have to just cast?
Can
it
you
or
remind
roll?
us what a ray of sickness is?
A ray of sickness is a noxious ray that does 2d8 poison damage, and it's on page 271. If you want to, let me check it out. Let me check that out.
A ray of sickening greenish energy lashes out towards a creature within range.
I hit
Right,
target
he's
takes
gonna
2d8.
he's gonna try to make a Constitutional saving throw.
Yes.
Wow. Nope.
All right. So now I roll my damage. 8, 7, and 5. 12 points.
Yeah. So you
Poisson damage.
you cook him good. He squeeches and squeals a little bit and loosens his grip on Twee, who slides down to the floor.
That's nice. That's a nice thing.
He's not happy. He's
I'm
waving
sure.
his arms around.
Sure, he's not happy.
Good.
I'm going to. Can I want to tell these guys to hit the deck,
Uh-oh.
Sure.
and I'm going to.
That counts as half a turn. You got a turn still.
And I'm going to do a thunder wave,
What the?
which is a wave of thunderous force, which sweeps out from me. A creature must make a Constitution saving throw. If it does not, it takes thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from me. So, in addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away from me by the spell's effect. The spell emits a thunderous boom, audible 300 feet. Also, I get higher
Thunderous boom?
levels because I'm 3rd level now. So,
Okay.
also, any creature in a 15-foot cube originating from me has to make a saving throw, which is why I wanted to give these guys a heads up.
Well, I'm not near because I cast from a distance anyway. I'm trying to stay away
Maybe
from this guy.
get away from it.
All right. Yeah.
I'm kind of trying to make sure that it's not going toward. It's focused like directly in
Give
front
me
of
some
me.
space.
I want to boing him.
Go for it.
All right, and then I do that.
Didn't you say you had to roll?
Yeah, boing him.
No, it's evocation.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, he flies backwards.
And does it do? So it's
Here.
2d8 plus another 1d8. No, for another 2d8 because it's 2 levels above first.
Why don't you roll that 8?
I'm gonna roll that 8. There's 6. There's 2, which is 8. There's 5, which is 13, and there's 1, which is 14.
Great. So you knock him back onto the stairwell he just descended from, and he kind of crashes in a heap.
Yeah, just as long as his woodworking is fucked up.
Nothing's fucked up, but he's definitely a little tangled in his own 4 limbs, kind of flat, like trying to scramble to get back on his feet. Like he has balance issues. Wekis comes up.
Oh, yeah. Where you been at?
He takes a swing with his hammer
Yeah, look, let's mess him up.
and crunches him right on the top of the head. Just kind of
Ding dong.
smushes his head back into his bucket a bit, and makes a big sort of splatty noise. Sounds real rough.
Like a stress ball is eyeball.
The other guys with their swords try to follow that up.
How many guys does he have with him?
Nope. And yes, 2. One of them swings and misses. The other one gets a little slash in on one of the bulges of flesh sticking out of the rib cage. So he's taking some hits. He jumps up all of a sudden. He plants his arms and legs down and out, goes like flap, and suddenly is on his feet. And looks more dexterous than you would have expected from how awkward this exchange has been so far.
An asshole.
And he tries to throw a punch at Lekis and misses.
Okay.
Good.
Is that my turn?
You are up.
Dude, to think bad on him.
Yeah. I'm gonna rage.
I wish you would.
I'm gonna
What would happen if you'd rage for us, Brian?
just use my. I can't decide if I use my gauntlets or if I use my greatsword. Kind of feel like just reaching into him.
I mean, you definitely got a sense from when your sword hit the wood that it's really heavy wood, and that this would be very difficult to just keep hacking away at.
Right. So I'm just gonna try to reach in and pull the octopus out, or pull this creature out of this thing.
Go for
My
it.
gauntlets and just go crazy on him.
Why don't you do a strength check for us?
Okay.
See if you can get a grip on it. It'll take a turn to get a grip and another turn to yank.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because he's up on his feet now. He's not sprawled on the
The
ground.
other way too is like you could light a match and then blow it out and then touch him on the butt. And
Almost
right.
as good as you can do.
You grab him by a chunk of flesh on the
Got a
top.
19, you guys.
And you got a really good grip, so you can plant your other hand on his skeleton and kind of...
Pry him out.
Yeah.
Now it says that if he fails the Constitution throw, his failed save, he's also poisoned until the end of my next turn. So does that mean he does poison damage again?
Yeah, it does.
So, and then I can also attack, yes?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do warriors ever
I
get
like all of that.
in the other 5th edition stuff I've done? I feel like you get second turns
12.
sometimes, or second attacks.
And I'm shooting an arrow at him.
Yeah, well, he just took 6 more points of damage from the sickness.
12.
Yeah, 12. You rolled it twice.
Oh, hell.
What are you doing this time?
Arrow at him.
Okay, so you fire an arrow.
Uh-huh.
You just miss Bodhi, who is on top of him, and you get an arrow right between the ribs
Nice.
into a nice chunk of flesh, and
it's
something dark and black squirts out.
Nice.
6 plus 2. 6 points of damage.
which is what?
So it's
12?
double, 12. So 24 total. That's a good one. I'm thinking
Yeah, you guys have done. Let's just say definitely a lot of damage to this guy.
Cool.
I'm gonna hit him with an arrow.
Go for it.
No, I'm not.
What'd you roll though?
Roll a 2.
Oh,
It's like a 20, but not really.
you nick Brian's ankle and just kind of grazes. It doesn't take any damage, but Brian is on top of this
Sorry,
guy.
Nick.
Good, Brian.
Lekis.
There's Bodhi.
Not you yet.
I haven't been extreme lately, but I am extreme.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh. Lekis rolls a 20.
Wow.
Right on.
Yeah.
Fucking this guy.
So he only does 4 points of damage, but he does a little upward swing and smushes more flesh out into your hands, Brian.
Oh, okay.
So whereas before you had a fistful, now all of a sudden there's just a bunch of loose, floppy, squishy flesh
Yeah.
in your hands.
All right.
This flesh is gray and really thick. You can feel it trying to get out from between your fingers. Like it's got a mind of its own. Like it's just full of sinew and muscle. But you've got a really good grip on it. The other
Yucky.
2 gentlemen both connect with their swords. Do a nice chunk of damage.
Excellent.
Bodhi, you are up.
All right. I'm gonna plant my feet and just fucking yank as I rage on it.
Give it a roll, won't you? Yeah, what does it sound like?
Extreme.
Take a sip of Mountain Dew right before.
9.
You got a +2 to that?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you do some
even more. Yeah.
You do. What's the other bonus on
There's
there?
a +2 on it. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that definitely. Why don't you roll for damage? You're doing gauntlet damage though, right? So
Yeah, which is, where did I have that written down? Of course, 2d6 on the great sword. Let's overpower. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Yep.
Gauntlets of Overpower. If you're in a band and you're listening and you're not immediately writing a song called Gauntlets of Overpower, I don't know how metal you are, you know what I mean? Even if you're in Imagine Dragons, which is not metal at all, and you're listening.
you're obligated because dragon's in your name to step up to the plate.
Yeah. Boy, I heard it. You know, I've been making fun of Vampire Weekend for a couple of years, and I just heard them today. I've never heard them before, and I made fun of them just for having that name. But boy, are they terrible.
I don't even know that.
Yeah. That's all I got.
You're like if the Decemberists had a hard time getting a fart out.
Ooh, Jesus.
Tightly wound.
I wanted to not like Vampire Weekend, and then I heard a song from their new album, and I liked it. I was like, oh,
Really?
God damn it. It's not something I would buy, but they're good musicians. They're a good band.
Right, yeah, like they're good, but like I would never.
Man, I did not like what I heard.
When I was,
I don't know what it is.
when we did
don't see
toured
it.
Australia with Lucha Vavoom and Big Day Out, and they were one of the headlining bands. Vampire Weekend, Red Hot Chili Peppers, the AAS, and the Killers for some reason.
Oh my God.
I
I would have killed myself if I was at that show.
Vampire Weekend was, they were always in line behind us for food, and they were alarmingly tall and well scrubbed.
It's for vampires.
Anyway, that's my Vampire Weekend story.
Tall and well scrubbed. There you go.
They seem like nice guys.
I mean, it's just a stat increasing item. I mean, I think you.
Actually
They're
good
really
music.
good guys.
For what it is.
On my latest special, I said that I want Imagine Dragons to die in an arcade fire for an entire Vampire Weekend.
And you just get a damage bonus.
Okay.
Oh, and while Billy Joel is jerking off.
Yeah, totally.
Why don't you roll for damage?
Fuck
And,
Angel.
What does that sound like?
What's love? The global outward.
I'm jerking off.
What am I rolling? Rolling. What am I rolling?
Roll dice.
What am I rolling?
so I'm trying to figure out.
How about?
What is this question of what I'm rolling brought to you by Blaine?
Oh, it's brought to you by Away Depot, the perfect place, one-stop shopping to pick us up somebody else's house. Away Depot.
Wow.
Brian?
Oh,
I'm asked. Hey, that was a while ago, but that Monster Palooza was a lot of fun.
It's the best. I'm telling you, it's
That's
the
a
best
fun
convention
con.
there is.
That's a fun little con.
Nothing
If
beats
you
it
like
for me.
monsters in Pasadena.
all right. So,
If you like anything really, it's an art show to me. I think it's fucking
Hummel
great.
Figurine Con was pretty fucking
yeah.
off TH this season. Did you go? I got little girl fishing. Couldn't believe I got little girl fishing.
I can hit
okay, so
Milwaukee's dog.
it's 1 damage plus strength
Okay.
plus
You gotta
bonus.
walk your dog. Dog doesn't know you're Hitler.
Doesn't matter. Everybody's got to walk their dog.
Oh, so what's
You have 19 strength with the gauntlets on.
but what do I roll for damage?
You don't. You just successfully attacked.
Oh, okay.
It's 1 damage plus strength plus bonus. So you do 24 damage, according to what I have.
Wow.
That's good.
I'll take it.
The gives and hurts.
You hear a tearing sound.
I like that.
And that's
By the way, if I'm doing unarmed damage wrong, I apologize. I just had to look it up, and I think I'm doing this right, but...
Sounds right.
Yeah,
He's raging.
I have unarmed strike is 1 damage plus strength.
I couldn't find anything under Gauntlets of Ogre.
Well, and I wrote down that you get a +4 damage bonus with these, but I may have invented that. That might not be.
I can look up and see.
Legit.
Is that something I got?
I'm perfectly fine with all of that.
Must be.
Yeah. So you hear a ripping noise, and it pops out a little bit more from the top of the armor.
Finish him. Let's get him.
You're up, Tom.
Let's see. What do we got left?
Oh, by the way, it looks at you while he's doing this and goes
I answered
with one
him
big eyeball.
with another arrow in his face.
Give it a shot. Roll 20, won't you?
That's close.
Two? No, it's
2
not.
is almost 20. It's half of 20. 20 is half 2.
Sure
half
isn't.
0. 0 is nothing.
I like your
So
logic,
technically
but
got
I
a
am
20.
not.
I got a 2 and a
Wait, I
nothing.
tried that earlier, or was that in the
I'm
last
afraid
Am I wrong?
you have
You
not
guys,
fed
seriously, I
me
got a 2 and a nothing.
Just
That's a
little
20.
bit in volume.
enough scotch to fall for your ruse.
Sorry, I did some damage
whiskey.
before.
I know. It's just whiskey. Twee, you're up.
I'm gonna take another shot. Why not? 15.
All right. Well, that would connect. You get one
What's an arrow shot?
right in the blob of the flesh.
Is that 1d6 for these?
Yes.
2. God damn it. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Has everyone been clear of this guy yet?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I can do to kill this guy. Whoa.
Lekka swings and misses. He's having a hard time aiming because Bodhi is all over this guy.
Do you want me to let go?
Other gentlemen, they both miss with their swords. Yeah, this guy's still doused in oil.
No, that's why I want Bodhi to get off.
Well, Bodhi's in rage mode, man.
Get off.
When's my next turn?
I said, Bodhi, get off.
I'm going to use one more rage on him, and then I'll save the last one.
Go for it.
Get off
You're just
him.
gonna rip it again?
Bodhi, get off.
Damn. All right. Well,
Bodhi, you gotta do
wait.
something for me.
Well, wait. The first time I...
Bodhi.
So where am I? Hold on one second. Ken, sorry. It's very funny, but
this guy
let's Stoney concentrate.
is standing up, but you've got like a boot planted on his ribs, and you're
Physically,
yanking
how
his
much
head.
bigger am I than him? Or are we?
You're about the same
toe-to-toe?
height. You're toe to toe.
So it's like
You've got
Braun
your-
Strowman fighting Big Show.
Yeah.
Last week.
And you got your elbows planted on his shoulders, and you're ripping his head off.
Okay.
Bodhi.
I'm gonna try to get some leverage first before I tear. Like really get my arm in there and kind of get my elbow in and get it really wrapped, and then I'm gonna tear and try and pull as much
Alright,
as I can.
let me do
And
some
my legs are also planted. I'm gonna.
Hey Blaine, what is this math?
Oh, you know what I'm gonna
I'm
try
doing?
to do?
Brought to you by.
No, here's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to turn and almost like flip him or pull and kind of lean into it as much
It's
as I
getting
can.
really fucking hot. It's like that statue of the Greek wrestlers.
Almost like I'm trying to hip toss him, but like from grabbing from inside him and hip tossing him.
All right. Give it a shot, why don't you?
That's a fair roll.
Sure is. It's
I'll take
17.
it. Yeah, and then don't I get 2 on that on the strength? Or-
Yes, sir.
And then what? So what is the damage on that on the Gauntlets of Ogre Power again? So
You get 19 strength
oh, okay.
and +1 damage, +4 bonus damage. Yeah.
So is it 24 again? Or
Yeah.
is it 24 every time. Is that what it always is? Oh, okay. Wow, that's great.
Yeah. So you hear some loud crunching noises, and 2 tentacles pop out of his arms.
Good.
He's still rooted in the main body, though.
If you can stretch him out, maybe we can just get over.
Yeah, somebody hack at him, or
You now see stumps of flesh are popping out where there used to be more of his body. A lot of scar tissue.
gross.
Yuck. Yuck.
He's like the Darth Vader of octopuses.
Okay.
Starting to see all of Anakin's
I'm going to try
battle
to,
damage.
I'm going to try to cut his root. Short sword.
Short sword?
Roots. Bloody roots.
It's a 9.
It's a hit, though.
Alright.
He's very exposed at the moment.
Here you go, Rudy. Okay, there you go. 6 on the root.
Cool, you don't cut him loose, but you definitely slash him. He,
Chopped his root. I chopped him all the root.
I'm coming over with the short sword.
I wish you would.
And actually, no, I'm going to do the long sword, I believe.
Oh.
No, I'm doing the short sword.
Long and short.
All right.
Or you close your distance and you get sprayed with some black blood.
Gross.
All right, 5. I think I missed. I think I got some
Yeah.
black blood in my face.
Yep, you sure did. Lekis hits the stairs with his hammer and looks like a doofus.
Did he die?
One of the humans swings a sword and misses.
I forgot about those guys.
And
Bosch?
the other human...
Botcherini. Oh, Jesus.
Sorry.
Oh, really?
The other... Doing.
He died.
Unbelievable.
Everybody know what?
The other human rolled a 98 and then
Oh, shit.
18.
I'm a bot.
So he panics and as he swings, drops his sword and it bounces under his feet and he trips over it and it pretty much cuts one of his feet off. Just pretty much clean off.
Whoops.
It's got a little piece of skin kind of
Sorry, I
keeping it
made you
there.
help us.
Whoops.
So he kind of kneels.
My life.
He kind of kneels down and starts crying a little bit.
I bet he feels stupid.
Not really. I mean, right now he's kind of in damage control mode. He's trying to put his foot back on, and it's not going very well.
Total shock.
His fingers are all slippery. He's trying to like Legos, just trying to snap it back on. It's not working.
It's not gonna happen. Guy.
No, Bodhi, you are up.
Again? Wow.
Should we take a break?
No, I'm okay.
Battle him. Battle him.
Battle him! Battle him!
Battle him up.
I'm gonna
Battle
just
it!
keep pulling.
Battle right.
Battle it!
Maybe I'm gonna. Because if I already, I feel like
You're doing a lot of damage to him.
Yeah, and I hit checked him now, so now I'm gonna try to just like almost suplex him. Oh no! Now I'm gonna try to flip him over me, but by yanking and just like pull as much as as hard as I can.
Yankee flipper.
Give it a shot.
The old Yankee flipper.
Let's roll for Yankee Flipper.
With my gauntlets of ogre power still on.
Yes, roll for Yankee Flipper.
Yeah, 10 plus.
He puts very little resistance forth and flies across the room and clanks in a pile over on the red carpet.
Okay.
Take that, you piece of shit.
Did I pull the thing out of him or
No, but it's kind of like writhing around on the ground in the pile right now.
somebody set him on fire?
Yeah, okay.
Somebody finish him.
I'll tinder.
You're up.
I'll take my tinderbox out and light him on fire.
He goes right up. He makes a loud squealing noise that I will refrain from recreating due to a sleeping
Enjoy
child.
the barbecue.
Yeah,
Do it into the mic, just quietly.
it smells like calamari. The sound.
Their headphones.
The sound is
And it's me stomping him.
Sorry about that, Dan. Dan, go ahead and do the noise. Guys, we just killed Spike Jones. The other one, the first one.
The first
not
one.
the new one.
Look up the first guy, not the guy that did the movies. How much time we? Oh,
We're not that far in. We're more than halfway, but yeah, that's why I suggested we take a break.
yeah. Let's take a quickie.
Take a quickie.
We're back. We got to wrap it up because Ken has to get home. And what do you need to do, buddy?
I gotta go watch the Bosch.
Bosch, he's a detective from the streets.
Jazz-loving former SEAL, former Special Forces.
Bosch loves
What about
jazz.
Bosch? His name has a lot of silent letters in it, just like his demons. And also, he painted that surreal vision of hell.
Bosch.
News is up now. She's
Bosch.
Born with 5 extra teeth. It's Bosch.
Might as well.
Hey, can I do a stupid side trivia fact?
Sure.
Please.
You remember when Yes revamped and came out with The Owner of a Lonely Heart?
Oh yeah, 90125. Yeah.
And they had the guitarist Trevor Rabin,
Yeah,
who's the South African guitar slinger producer guy that came in.
Yeah.
And they did the video for Leave It. Do you remember the video for Leave It?
Yeah.
Where they were just standing there, the 5 of them, and they would do video effects and stretch their bodies out and stuff. The reason that they did the video effects was they wanted to hang him upside down, and they tested all their blood pressure or something to make sure they were healthy, and they discovered he had 5 spleens. And multiple spleens, and so they couldn't hang him upside down.
Trevor Rabin.
Trevor Rabin had multiple spleens. Maybe not 5, maybe it was 3.
He was kind of a shredder.
More than one, it's,
Yeah, anything more than one is just fucking. That's just gilding the lily at that point.
Dude, that is so Bosch.
You know what I love is going to watch Bruce Springsteen with a sugar daddy. In my
There is a Google group just called Rabin Spleens.
So I wasn't making it up.
That's amazing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Bosch.
I wish I could remember my wife's name, but I remember that.
My favorite spice was Bosch spice. I snorted, sorry. I've had whiskey.
Fucking Bosch.
She heard David Becker.
It's like they ran out of
time we
ideas
roll-
to run out of.
When you roll a 1, don't Bosch.
Totally boshed. My sword cut my foot off, but it was real gritty.
Oh, I had a Vorpal Bosch.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know your nose was by my feet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, have you guys been watching Bosch Point out of the season?
I like the Bosch Redemptions, where he finds someone from the street and offers him a second chance. That was a really stupid Tosh Point O reference. So you guys have
It's just called a wash.
flaming calamari in the middle of the carpet.
Oh, yeah.
What happens when he goes to Cantor's? He has a little Bosch nosh.
You gotta get the mishmash.
Oh, you know what? I like when he wears suspenders around and he's Oshkosh, Boshkosh.
Hey, you know, it's weird that we're talking about this. This is gonna sound like a joke. Last night I had a dream that I was eating a giant marshmallow. And
Well,
Wait, what the fuck?
I saw him at an Anthrax show, and he got caught in a Bosch. He was in the Bosch
Was he in
pit.
the Bosch pit?
That's all I got.
I was gonna try to say giant marshmallow. I blew the set.
Oh, let's put the kibosh on. All right.
You guys, don't you love it?
Visit me on Twitter. I'm Blaine Kabosh.
When the football team needs a few extra dollars and everybody has a Bosch wash.
Okay, so what are we doing? This thing's dead.
Fucking Bosch. Bosch. Hey, who's watching Bosch?
Hey, it's raining outside. Don't forget your Bosch galoshes.
Your Bosches.
Oh my god. Okay, this thing's dead.
Oh, Bosch.
We lost a foot.
Yeah, so there's
Yeah, the guy
Can anybody put a heel on this guy or
Or a whole
bind
foot?
it? No, just bind his foot and then
yeah, you bind it and it's just kind of falls off completely.
well, no, but I mean,
His stump?
bind his stump.
yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
stop his bleeding.
Hey, you know what I'm? You know
Yeah.
what? Hey, why don't you bind his stump and I'm gonna go over and sing a little healing song.
Lekis lays hands on it and it kind of cauterizes over.
And at least his scab's over.
He's still crying, but
for walking.
at least now he's making small talk about how older Aerosmith was better than 90s Aerosmith.
Yeah, but has he seen Bosch?
He says no.
Oh, it's really good. It's impossibly delicious.
He's glad that he's no longer bleeding out because perhaps one day he can meet this great warrior Bosch. Ken's just stroking his beard trying to think of another
I like a
polygon.
nice cold beet Bosch with sour cream and potato.
Ugh. What do we do?
There's
Hours are left.
some stairs going up, and Edmund said that there were quarters around here. You notice there's 3 doors on either side of the room, and then another stairwell ahead where the Woody had tried to retreat.
Right. Well, let's scan it out.
Cool. Well,
Whatever you say, you're the Bosch.
Oh my god.
you hear whimpering behind a couple of the doors.
What? Whimpering.
One side of the room, there's.
Is Tony Danza with us now?
What?
Is Tony Danza?
Oh no! Oh no! Don't say it.
Who's the
No.
Bosch?
I'm at a loss for words.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna gay Bosch you.
Oh god.
Have you ever been gay Bosch?
So yeah, you hear whimpering behind 2 of the doors. You think there's definitely people behind those. You don't know what's going on behind the other 4 doors.
Shit.
Let's release the poor people who are whimpering.
Kraken.
Behind them, there's a woman and then another woman. Both
Okay,
the women
2
were
women.
kind of whimpering. They look gaunt like Edmund. They confirm they were servants of the masters. They've got a simple straw bed.
Do you have some more masters? We got some more masters to get rid of.
Said the masters are coming tonight. The masters are coming
We'll take
tonight.
care of it. We'll wash their faces up.
So they indicate the 3rd door there is Edmund's quarters, and then there's another servant on the other side of the room, but you don't want to open the other 2 doors.
Why?
They say something not unlike what Edmund said in the kitchen.
Feeding
There's horrors you don't
situations,
want to. Well, they don't say anything about feeding, but they say there's something behind those doors
Okay.
that no man should see.
Which doors are these?
The far right. Okay, so your room, stairwell, quarters. Room don't open.
Okay.
Let's not open those rooms.
All right.
You head over to the other quarters, and there is a very heavy-set man named Chester. He thanks you for killing 2 of the masters and looks forward to seeing what you will do next. Also encourages you not to open the other 2 doors.
All right. Now you make me want to.
Get it.
Well, they do seem to say it almost like perfunctorily,
take a
almost
bit.
as if they've been told to say it. So
Right.
you don't know for sure if they're saying it because they were told to say it, or
Right.
like they're partially still under the control, or
Right.
if
You can
they're.
look if you want. I don't want to see what's in there.
I don't either.
You don't hear any noises on the other side.
Okay. What should we do?
They said the master's day quarters, by which they mean night quarters, are up the flight of stairs. They're not allowed to go up there.
Where's
They've never been up there before.
What's his name? Woody just wandered around. He didn't have a place to stay. Woody didn't have a.
No, Woody required no.
It's just a fucking mess.
Yeah. Chester says he always thought Woody was a demon
Huh.
that the master had slain and taken pity on.
He's just a lucky octopus.
Well, Are there any? We checked out the room of the guy we killed before.
That's where his coffin was.
Yeah.
Did he? There's some other kind of living quarters
All right,
upstairs.
let's
Says.
go check it out. Check out some living
It's
quarters.
weird that undead things would have living quarters. Am I right?
It's dead quarters.
So it's another turret with spiral staircases that take you up.
Sure, let's go on up.
Big oaken door. What do you do?
Walk in.
Oh, we'll check it first. Right?
Yeah.
Roll.
Check it for dangerous.
Roll against your dex, son.
That's good.
It is good.
That's way below.
Nothing there.
All right. Come on, guys. It's okay.
All right, cool.
You open the door, and there's a short hallway that plunges into inky blackness about 5 feet in front of you. It seems strange.
Weird.
I
seems
don't
like
the
magical
inky black.
blackness.
I don't like inky blackness.
I got my. We all got night vision, right?
Can't see through it for some reason.
No, I don't know. That's not good at all.
It's like a torch.
Sure.
It somehow can't penetrate the blackness unless you get really close.
Wow.
It's like
I put the torch as close to it as I can.
Blackness.
The torch goes out when you get close.
Oh.
Yeah, weird.
It's like the stuff in the woods or something. Wasn't there something similar? Similar in the
You
woods?
hear a hissing noise from the blackness.
Oh, dear.
It's some kind of mist gel person thing, creature.
Probably.
So maybe we should back.
Yeah, shut the door and get out.
You shut the door, or do you? What do you do?
We can get out and shut the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. No problem.
There's some weird shit up there, guys. Let's go ask around and see if anybody knows what that's all about. Hey, freed slave vampire person. What's going on upstairs?
That's the master's quarters that he told us we weren't allowed to go in.
Which master?
Master Amalegda, the Count Amalegda.
That we killed?
The one you killed in his sleep, yeah.
Huh.
He would go up there to sometimes entertain and
Interesting.
hang out while he was awake.
Huh.
We were never allowed to go inside. He told us the things that he tended to up there required no human assistance. We've never been in the room.
Yeah, it seems like a very bad place to go into.
We would leave meals for him on the outside of the door.
Huh. And he just hung out in there?
Yes.
His idea of a good time?
Yes. He wouldn't always go up there alone,
Sometimes,
but he would always come out alone.
Weird.
So if the master's not here, would you be afraid to go up there?
They said they do feel a little more brave. Would you like them to go check?
Yes.
Go check out what's up there.
Are you sure the Master's is dead?
Yes.
Edmund's not here to reassure them, so they're sort of looking at you.
Yeah, we killed the heck out of him.
So you open the door and you ask them to... They get a little nervous when they approach the inky blackness, but they step through. They disappear into the blackness.
Uh-huh. What's going on?
All three of them.
Do you see anything?
They don't respond.
They're good. Okay. Well, that was a waste of some perfectly good people.
I mean, do you want to wait and see what happens? Or?
Yeah, they might be going.
I'm back. Hello? Hello? Bosch?
Nothing.
Aloha? Oh, should we give him a rope or something?
Oh, yeah. Let's grab another person and send him in with a rope, poltergeist style.
You go across the room, you head downstairs, you find Edmund
See if you can find
waiting down there trembling. He says he'd be willing to try the rope experiment, sure.
Oh,
Okay.
Edmund.
See you later.
Why were you rescuing these people and sending them to their death?
So he goes in with the rope,
Huh?
and the rope, as soon as he disappears, becomes taut.
Oh, pull the rope.
Pull it.
You can't get it to move. But it's pulling very slowly in. So you've either got to
Tie
let
it
go
off.
of this rope or tie it off. Yeah.
Tie it off.
You tie it off on the door frame, perhaps.
Sure.
It's like
Anything sturdy or...
Sure. So like there's hinges on the door. You kind of throw it around a hinge and tie it off,
I like that.
and it stops getting yanked, but it also stays taut.
Uh-huh.
And you can't get any. You try like pulling down on it, you can't get it to pull back.
what to do with this weird blackness. It's like Stephen King's The Mist, but black.
You had a happier ending. God, it was bleak.
You hear, and you're not sure where it's coming from. You hear screaming.
Oh dear. We're not sure where it's coming from.
No, it sounds very far away.
The fuck?
It's not coming from the blackness.
You can't tell if
No,
it's
but
coming
it's
from the
coming
blackness or down the stairs.
It's probably in
All
another
right, let's
dimension
go
or
out
some
of the
shit.
door. Let's go out of the door and see if we can hear it now.
It is coming from across the room and down the other set of stairs.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, good. So it's something in here.
Let's go run to the screaming.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Something to distract us from this inky black.
Let's shut the door before we leave, and then
All right, so you shut the door. You leaving your four
bye,
recently
yep.
freed servants.
You're welcome.
And so you head down. You hear the screaming is coming from outside.
Oh dear. Yeah. The screams are coming from outside the house. Okay, do we see
check it out.
anything? Look outside.
You get to the front entrance hall's double doors, and in a pile, there are three what look like inside-out bodies.
Cool.
Oh no, where did they come from? I was thinking something.
They're in a wet pile
Where they can we
in
see
the middle of
where
the
they fell from?
courtyard. They look like they fell from above.
Okay. Do we see the guy? Like hanging
You
from
think
the
you
rope?
see hanging up there, almost as if suspended in the mist, what looks like someone maybe hanging by a rope.
It's that mist that turns people inside out.
Okay.
My inversion mist.
Somebody go in there and release the rope, and I'm going to try to catch him.
Okay, I'll go up and cut the rope.
How far up is he? How far up is he?
He's like 3 stories up.
Oh, no, I don't have feather fall.
3 stories?
Yeah.
That's not that far. I fell that far and broke my back.
Well, think
Half that far.
I got him. I got him.
Maybe that's a bad idea.
Come on, Brophy.
It's definitely.
I'll let you think about it for a turn. Say
We could make a Alaskan trampoline.
It wouldn't be the first bad idea I've had in D&D.
We could gather all the people that are
I think our
here.
listeners like it when I have bad ideas.
people are nervous about the inside out bodies, but there's still a few people who seem willing to help you.
Okay, so we'll have them
wait.
stretch out a blanket and catch
Did
the
it go
guy.
inside out from the fall, or
You don't know.
No, from
does he look like he's inside out right now?
You
Is he
can't
alive?
tell.
Unspeakable horror
He's
comes
mostly
inside out.
shrouded in mist. You just see a
So
shape.
He might be already dead.
What's that noise?
Yeah, I don't know.
From the radio.
He's not making any sounds when you call out to him.
The inside out guy.
Okay, we do call out to him, and he doesn't. All right.
No. Lekis went ahead and
Well, let's
started
leave
that
him
game.
hanging there then. I think. Unless you want to cut him free and see what happens. And just watch him.
I don't really want to see that. I'll let him stay up there.
All right, so there's a pile of
56 minutes.
wet, veiny humanoid shapes.
Episode 10.
Yeah.
Dan, enough. Let's get back to the game.
What do you want to do?
Eat the turn inside out bodies, of course.
You're not that low on rations yet.
I'll just lick them then. Shit. What else is happening in this crazy mixed up?
Well, there's more to the castle. You could go explore the castle
explore,
more.
Well, we're going to call it
You've
in
just
a minute,
you've just spent your second hour
But let's figure out what we're doing.
fighting this guy. So
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, wow, we're playing in real time.
pretty much
That's cool.
6 hours before the RSVP.
So in 6 episodes, you guys.
When the 310 to Yuma gets here.
It's gonna be like Mad Monster Party. Eek! Yow!
They did the Bosch. They did the Monster Bosch.
Monster Bosch.
Oh my god. What
Yes,
should we?
seriously,
low
have you seen-
battery.
have you seen Bosch? It's really good.
last night.
Low battery.
It stars
I think the Mac wants us to wrap it up.
What's his name? Tillerman? Who plays Bosch?
Yeah, let's call it.
Tersh Tillerman?
I'm gonna throw some ads on this.
Tersh Tillertans?
Tilliver Tolliver?
Tilver Toller Teds.
Titus Welliver.
I mean, we're in a good spot to call
We're in
it.
a great spot to call it.
Turtle toe.
Fans, we love you.
Bosch.
We love your wet genitals.
Go to our follow us on Facebook.
What
Speak for yourself. I hate their white genitals.
Can you believe Steve Agee just came in here and said that? That was really weird.
Follow us on Facebook.
Forget
Check out our
Tracy
Patreon
Dix.
account.
Tracy.
Yeah.
Tracy
Thanks for your support.
Bye.
Bosch.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Nerd Poker. You can follow us at patreon.com/nerdpoker, and you get bonus episodes from there. And you can also send us anything at P.O. Box 16069, Encino, California 91416. Thanks for listening.